Alright everyone, so what we are looking at right now is this beetle eating an isopod. We also have other beetle in this little ecosphere. So I was supposed to do a more elaborate video for this week concerning my fish room, but I had done some modification in this ecosphere, mainly the addition of new leaves as the herbivores creatures are eating a lot, and basically just storing a few more leaves in preparation for winter time. And I also added a few more isopod. But for this major update, there seems to have less parasitic creatures in the enclosure. My hypothesis in this is the fact that there is just a lack of prey at this point, especially the isopods. So the mites are pretty much gone from what I can see, but the beetles are actually claiming a lot of territory. It's always been one of the apex predator in this environment, but I was never really sure if they were actually killing the isopods. I knew for sure they were predators and that they would feed, for example, on snails, as well as worms, but I wasn't sure if they would eat isopods, and now we have basically a full-on proof. Now this other isopod right here is really stupid. Maybe it wants a bit of nutrition, but yeah, this big boy is really strong. I'm not sure how much the isopod population have dwindled. This is, by the way, a wolf spider, just showcasing a bit what we can see. But yeah, the beetle population is still very strong. I haven't seen any babies, but I haven't seen a sign of decline from the beetles. The earwig are also very present. It's really the isopod that have been hit pretty hard by predation, as they are the main prey of the environment. Hopefully they might start breeding, and that will help the entire ecosphere in general. I'm hoping that, basically I just adding more food in their environment will help them. And I actually have been able to capture some new isopod, even though we are now almost in half November. So climate change is real. But yeah. I haven't seen any sign of the two ant queen in the environment, and I haven't seen the massive centipede for a while. So I'm pretty sure they might be gone. I'm really surprised about the death of the isopod. The death of the centipede, if he is indeed dead. The only culprit I would say would be these large beetles with strong armor type carapaces, as well as very strong mandibles that could potentially do some damage to a centipede. So maybe it was the action of several beetle ganging up on the centipede. So but I'm not so sure. We still have a lot of isopod though, some young one as well, like this. And while filming, I just saw one mite, or at least one small creature, but it could be just one or two. I think there is one right here. Now, one of my friends actually gave me a very cool book that is in Spanish, but still we can explore. Like there is at one point, like, all the creatures that are in my environment really well displayed. So yeah, so this is basically what we are seeing. So we have a lot of worms, some isopod right here, you know, basically ants. Look how big this centipede would be compared to the isopod. So really a really terrifying creature. But yeah, look at all these little creatures too. Now, if anyone speaks Spanish and can help me with with that, you know, these creatures, you know, but basically there is a lot more creatures in this environment than we can see. So, you know, a lot of these buggers, probably this type, I'm guessing. I don't think I have any mites per se, but you know, there's a lot of creatures in here, way more than I can see with my naked eye. So maybe one day with a super crazy 4K camera or something, something like that could be cool to watch. But you know, right now we can basically only see what my camera can see. But I would be really interested in watching some bits of this environment under a microscope. So because you know, there is a lot of life that we can see, but there is also a lot of life that we cannot see, and there must be a lot of micro drama going on in a scale so tiny we cannot even see, and maybe even the large insect and crustacean in here cannot see either. Like maybe there is creatures so small that this beast right here cannot even see. So that is crazy to think about it. But yeah, like insect are so large compared to other creatures that like other smaller creatures are the insect of the insect type of things. But yeah, another like main and last update for the ecosphere is the fact that there is a bit less water. So some creatures like the millipedes are now able to dig a bit in the dirt. What does that imply? I'm not really sure, except that, you know, more space for the creatures. Will I water the ecosphere? Probably, but not now, not in a few months. There's still a lot of moisture, like really a lot of moisture. That's what these creatures like, but I don't want to drown them. And each time I put water in here, I kind of probably murder a lot of creatures, so I don't want to do that too often, you know. But in the same time, you don't want your ecosphere to dry completely. And that also means that it's not airtight, but rest assured, there is no creatures escaping. You know, air is really small. So yeah, as you can see, that's the kind of a graveyard at this point. And now the carapaces and stuff will be part of the soil eventually, being break down and eaten by many other little creatures along the way. So very interesting. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm hoping maybe some beetle will breed in here. That would be cool, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Next video is coming pretty soon, and it's going to be about breeding fish. So make sure to you know, to hit the bell and stuff. You know, hit it.